Ladies and gentlemen, today we have an amazing video to get into because we have some incredible Switch 2 updates, some leaks, some news. We have pretty much a wide range of stuff, so let's go ahead and get right into this video. That's right, this video has topics that are like over here, back over there, kind of all over the place, and I think that's going to make for an exciting video. But before we get started, I just got to say thank you so much for 22,000 subscribers. I always say in the grand scheme of things, I know it's not a lot compared to other YouTubers, but to me it's like we have 40 billion subscribers or something. So thank you so much for being a part of the community. So hit a like and subscribe if you're new here. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep the communities growing. And let's go ahead and get right into this video. So the first thing I want to do is talk about Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 really quickly. I thought about reviewing the game because I am playing it and I'm enjoying it, but I don't know what else I could say that somebody else hasn't already said. You know what I mean? I don't know how I could have my own spin on it. I will say that I am enjoying it very much. I've played it on the Wii. I played it on 3D All-Stars. Playing it again, maybe on the Switch 2 because it's like a new console and the resolution is better. I just can't believe how amazing the game is, and the music is so incredible. The music is so damn good. It's like how crack hit in the 80s. That's the way the music in this game takes over for me. So good. I have never played Galaxy 2 ever in my life somehow. I don't even know how that's possible. So I'm going to play through Galaxy and then eventually Galaxy 2, so I can't speak on that yet. But what's crazy is this game was already good, and then Nintendo took it and made it better. But there is also day one patches, so I just want to go over those briefly. Several fixes and adjustments made to improve the gameplay experience on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Several issues fixed to ensure smooth gameplay on Nintendo Switch 2. Hearing several fixes, both times, several fixes and several issues fixed, I don't know like how the game was initially going to launch. I know a lot of games have day one patches, but I do find that very interesting. It's $70. I wish that it was $50, you know what I mean? $25 for each game, and then separately maybe $30 on the eShop each. But if you're gonna pay $70 for any two games, it might as well be two of the greatest games of all time. So definitely check it out if you get a chance. Now, something I don't like to do is say like, look what's going on over there, so that makes our situation better. Because in the gaming industry, depending on what kind of fan you are or whatever, this is what happens all the time. It's like, well, you know, you like PlayStation, but Nintendo has this. Or you like Nintendo, but Xbox has this. I just want people to be able to play games however they want, affordably, and enjoy themselves, right? That's all we should all want. But it's kind of hard to ignore the value you're getting from Nintendo now. And what I'm talking about is the new Xbox price hikes. Yes, Game Pass was cool when it first came out, but over the years, it's like, is it even a good deal? And if you take a look at Xbox currently, the new Xbox handheld, the best one, is $1,000. And Game Pass Ultimate is now $30 a month. So you have a $1,000 console and $360 a year to play Game Pass Ultimate. It's not worth it, dude. I don't know PlayStation prices off the top of my head for their subscription-based service, but I know it's not $360. But the whole point of me talking about this is look how expensive the expansion pass is for Nintendo Online. It's like 50 or 60 bucks a year. 60 bucks a year. And you're getting hundreds of the best Nintendo games of all time. You're getting some free like upgrades for Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. You're getting other DLC for Mario Kart World and I think Splatoon. You're getting game trials. You get to use game chat. There's some other stuff I'm probably forgetting. So I don't want to be like, look, Nintendo is a way better deal because look what Xbox is doing, but I kind of do, man. Nintendo gets a lot of crap for a lot of reasons, but Nintendo Expansion Pass is currently the best gaming subscription in the industry by far. Do I think it's always going to be this cheap? I don't. I do think eventually it will go up over time. But even if it was like $100 a year eventually, and we had the Wii and the 3DS and the DS, and we're getting the Virtual Boy, it's like, I'm paying $10 a month for literally some of the greatest games from the greatest consoles of all time. Not a bad deal, all things considered. Now another major Switch 2 game just received an update. And the crazy thing is, this is arguably one of the best, if not the best, looking and running well, I won't say running, but the best looking and well running Switch 2 game we have so far. And it's a game that initially had bad publicity. Like, why is this game coming over? And the fact that it's coming over, is anybody going to even play it? It's a game key card. It sold horribly on other consoles. And I'm talking about Star Wars Outlaws. Now, I said the game was going to be bad. I was one of those people because of what we read, initial demos. But I also said, even if the game was amazing, I wasn't going to buy it. I like Star Wars games. Something about the game just, it doesn't intrigue me. And that's okay. Not every game is for everybody. But the game came out and the quality was amazing. People are loving the game. I'm very happy for people. It's a game key card, but it's because like the download speeds on a regular cartridge just wouldn't work. Fair point. That's cool. But if this game wasn't already good enough for people, it just received a massive update. So I'm not going to read all this out, but this is on the Ubisoft website. But look at the full patch notes here, right? You would think general gameplay and performance, like, okay, not bad. But the list just keeps going and going. Like graphics, that's a lot of stuff they fixed. UI issues that probably weren't even that big of issues. That's a lot of stuff they fixed. Miscellaneous stuff. This isn't like, yeah, we fixed a couple things and we're going to call it a day. This game was already good. This game was already more than acceptable. And the fact that they went ahead and did all this as well, yes, Ubisoft does a lot of stuff that we're not happy about. I always say I enjoy a lot of Ubisoft games, and you guys always give me crap for it, but I do like a lot of their games. This is one of the times where we should say, hey, Ubisoft, great job. Why don't you continue to do those great jobs? And maybe over time, you know, the way the public looks at you, I don't think you could ever fix your reputation 100%, but Nintendo and Ubisoft, they have a great relationship. Ubisoft might be one of like the best developers for the Switch 2. They were there on the Switch pretty heavily, and that's not a bad thing because they put out amazing games. Those games kind of go on sale quickly, which, you know, for us isn't bad. And if they can continue to put updates and work into stuff like this is what we want, man. So shout out to Ubisoft and shout out to all you guys who are enjoying this game. I just think they are doing an amazing job on top of an amazing job they already did. So before we get into some leaks, which I covered a couple days ago, and what we're doing is like correcting things that I thought were right. Like we had some leaks, I tried to decipher it, and a lot of people thought the same thing I thought, but it turns out we were way off, and these leaks for Switch 2 games are way cooler in my opinion. But before we do that, let's look at this patent that I found. I think it was initially for the Switch, but I could see Nintendo bringing it back in a big way with the Switch 2. Potentially with the Switch 2 and the Switches combined. So this patent came out on October 2nd, which is the day I'm recording this video. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, what is going on here, right? Essentially, it looks like all these consoles are connecting to maybe one server or something. Okay, no big deal there. So you have the parent apparatus and the child apparatus. So what I think they're saying is like maybe a family of switches. You have the main switch and then all the ones that are connected to it through the family account or something. But they're working on this whole thing where you can connect your Switch screens, and I don't know how it worked. Maybe through like a local connection or something. I've never used this. I think Clubhouse Games did it as well as a few other games, but essentially you would put your switches together and then you could drag your finger from like one switch to the other switch to the other switch, and it would make like this one big weird screen, and you could make puzzles and stuff. They actually might have an example. Yeah, like this. Like you're dragging your finger through both consoles, and then you can see right here they're like building a racetrack. Really interesting stuff. Like I said, this isn't 100% new technology. This is something that was on the Switch, but I don't think was ever really highlighted more than one time. But I think they're working on it more. And we see with the Switch 2, we have game chat, we have game share, we have it to where Nintendo really is trying to make it to where people are playing together, which is in essence a big part of gaming that is kind of lost with online only games and competitive shooters and battle royales and stuff like that. This is cool. Now 2 days ago I covered a leak from Nash Weedle, and a problem I run into sometimes is I record my videos a day ahead. That way I can edit them and really work on them, so I'm not just throwing something together. And what happens is sometimes I'll make a video and then the very next morning, like a new leak will come out or somebody will clarify something. So that's what happened. 2 days ago we had a leak that said 1 company, 2 sagas, 3 games. And none of them are new coming to the Switch 2. So I thought, and other people thought, Rockstar, the two sagas would be Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption 2. And the 3 games would be GTA 4, GTA 5, and Red Dead Redemption 2 coming to the Switch 2, especially since we know there's a prevalent rumor of Red Dead 2 coming over. There's been like a million devs saying that they're working on this. So why not the GTAs as well, which I still do think will come over eventually. But I'm telling you, the next morning after my video went live, he clarified what those were. And they're games I just don't think about at all. And one of them I find very shocking, but really cool. So this was the original leak right here, right? But now he clarified it. Leak Express, Remedy Entertainment, so not Rockstar. Max Payne and Alan Wake, so not GTA and Red Dead. Max Payne 1 and 2 Remake, and Alan 2. I don't think I ever played the Max Payne games. I know they're really, really cool, where you're like jumping and doing all this cool shooting. I don't know any rumors about the remakes. I don't know if there's already been remakes and these are just ports, or these are new remakes. I don't know anything about them, so I can't really speculate much there, but I do find that really cool. But Alan Wake 2, that is crazy. Now, we did get Alan Wake remastered on the Switch, and it was initially one of the worst ports we ever got. I do think they eventually fixed it, or made it playable. But Alan Wake 2 is one of the best looking, not just PS5 games, but one of the best looking games of all time. It is truly remarkable the way the game looks. Getting that running on the Switch too. Not saying it can't happen, and we're seeing these damn miracle ports over and over. Star Wars and Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think they could do it, but I'm just saying it's going to be a huge task. Not to circle back to earlier when I'm saying, you know, why get an Xbox when they're raising the prices super expensive? Because Nintendo has a better subscription service. But if Xbox games are coming to the Switch too, and heavy hitters from the PS5, I'm not talking about like little third-party games or PlayStation exclusive, but huge first-party stuff that is incredibly taxing is coming to the Switch too. And it's a damn good port at that, at least, you know, fingers crossed it will be. It's really hard to compete with the Switch 2 because we have the portability factor, and we're getting all the games from other consoles, and the Switch 2 is $450 opposed to $500, $600, $700 and $800, and the subscription service is cheaper. What do you say to that? What do you say against that, better yet? So really cool stuff here, really interesting leaks, and I wonder when we will see these, because actually, now that I think about it, in the initial leak of this, somebody in the comments asked him, is Red Dead 2 still coming this year? And he did say, yeah, that game is still coming to the Switch 2 this year. So we do have that still, I guess, on top of these as well. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. If you made it all the way to this part of the video, again, thank you for 22,000 subscribers. That absolutely means the world to me. You guys are amazing. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep our communities growing. Let's keep all these platforms growing at the same time. And you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.